These videos, called Just Breathe, offer still and restful poses that help release stress, ease muscle tension, cleanse organs and glands, and boost immunity. In these poses, let go of all attempts to control and push your body. Breathe deeply and release, allowing gravity to support and cradle you as your body rests and heals. And if you like these videos from Just Breathe Yoga, please take a moment to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Namaste. For a restorative yoga practice, it can be helpful to have a few supportive props. Here I have a couple of firm yoga bolsters. I have a few foam yoga blocks. You can use a variety of folded blankets or towels, and you may also appreciate some sort of padded mat for the floor to help cushion your joints and spine. I like to begin with one of the most important yoga poses, Shavasana or corpse pose, because it helps to relax the body and activate the healing and cleansing properties of the parasympathetic nervous system. The simplest way to practice this pose is to lie on your back and begin to breathe deeply. You may find it more comfortable to bring your feet to the floor and bend your knees. Or you may prefer to lie on your side in a fetal position with cushion support under your head. You may also use some of your props to find a reclining position that is comfortable to you. You could place a bolster, pillow, or a few folded blankets under your knees, and then recline back with some padding under your head. Take some time to find a position that feels supportive for your body, ideally without any tension or pain. Once you have found that position, begin to deepen your inhales and slowly release your exhales. As you inhale, imagine the energy of the earth absorbing into your being, and as you exhale, imagine all tension, stress, and pain releasing out of you and into the earth. Feel your body release and relax with each exhale. Allow any thoughts to wander away and simply rest here for a quiet and sacred moment in time. Take 3 full deep breaths and then begin to release out of your resting Shavasana pose. Take slow and gentle movements as you roll onto either side into fetal pose. Remain here for several slow and deep breaths, feeling supported by the earth beneath you. Now, slowly begin to lift yourself into a seated position and take a couple of moments to set your props to the side of your mat. For our first spirit animal position, we roll onto our belly into crocodile pose. Bring your elbows a few inches in front of your shoulders and rest your forearms on the floor. Allow your neck to release gently toward the earth. For additional support, you may choose to rest your forehead on a foam block or cushion. At any time during a pose, feel free to shift your body or your props to provide more comfort and support, or to release from a pose completely whenever your body feels uncomfortable. Throughout each pose, continue to practice deep belly inhales through the nostrils and slow, soft exhales through the mouth. We'll stay here for several more quiet moments. If you are resting your head to one side, please switch to the other side now. Keep your awareness on your breath to help soothe the nervous system and assist the cleansing of toxins from your cells. Take 3 full deep breaths to finish crocodile pose. Begin to release from the pose with slow movements and stretches as you make your way back to a seated position. Our next spirit animal position is butterfly pose. We bring the soles of our feet together and place cushioning wherever needed to alleviate pain or tension in the hips or knees. You can adjust the placement of your feet towards or away from your tailbone. Once situated, begin to lengthen and lift through the spine and then curl the spine forward into a gentle fold. Choose any props to help support your head and a neck and allow your hands to release. I often use a bolster in this pose, which provides support along the upper spine as well. Release into the pose and let go of any attempt to push or strain or deepen the stretch. In restorative yoga, we strive to relax completely into the pose, practicing patience and self-care as we allow our nervous and endocrine systems to cleanse and repair the body. Return to your deep belly inhales and slow, smooth exhales as we stay here for several quiet moments. Take 3 full, deep breaths to finish butterfly pose. Begin to release from the pose with slow movements and stretches that help release and reset the spine. Go ahead and move any props to the side of your mat. Our third spirit animal position is reclining pigeon pose. You may find it helpful to place a bolster, blocks, or stacked blankets under your feet. Lay back onto the floor and lift your knees, placing your feet on the floor or on your chosen props. Then place your left foot over your right knee. You may already feel a hip or hamstring stretch here, or you may choose to guide your right leg to your chest with your hands laced behind your thigh. To further activate the stretch, you may choose to press your tailbone towards the floor. Once you have found a gentle stretch, use your breath to relax the body and allow gravity to maintain the pose. With our legs elevated in this way, we are also achieving an inversion practice, which assists lymphatic drainage, lowers blood pressure, and boosts immunity. Stay here with your breath for a few more quiet moments. Take 3 full, deep breaths to finish reclining pigeon on this side. Slowly release from the pose and make your way to a similar position on the other side, bringing your right foot over your left knee. You may notice that one side is tighter or more open than the other. This is fairly common. Once you find a gentle stretch on this side, allow gravity to support the pose as you relax and return your awareness to your breath. Take 3 full, deep breaths to finish reclining pigeon on this side. Begin to release from the pose and slowly make your way to a seated position on your mat. you may remove any support that you placed under your feet. Our final spirit animal position is supported fish pose, which can be supported in a variety of ways. You may choose to lay a block on its flat side and position it lengthwise along your spine and between your shoulder blades as you recline back and release your arms to the side. For a more intense stretch, you may flip the block to its middle height to provide additional heart opening space and a deeper stretch through your shoulder blades. For a more subtle stretch, you may use a bolster or stacked blankets placed behind your tailbone as you recline back onto the cushion. You may use a block or a pillow for additional neck support. Supported fish also offers several leg variations. You may extend one or both legs, or you may bring your feet together in a butterfly variation or a cross-legged position. You may deepen the chest stretch by changing the orientation of your bolster and allowing the head to rest on the floor or supported by a block or pillow. Finally, you may also add a bolster or blankets under your knees and rest your feet on the floor, allowing your knees to remain straight or open to the sides. Once you have selected your ideal pose, allow your breath to release and sink your body, and we'll stay here for several quiet and restful moments. Take 3 full, deep breaths to finish supported fish pose. Begin to release from the pose with slow movements and stretches as you make your way back to a seated position. For our final Shavasana pose, you may choose any of the variations provided at the beginning of this video, or you may try this luxuriant variation called supported boat pose. Place one bolster behind your back and elevate the far side with a block laid flat. Then place a second bolster snug up against your crotch and elevate the far side with another block laid flat. Then place your legs atop the lower bolster and recline across the upper bolster and allow your arms to release to the sides. I'll be choosing a simple reclining Shavasana pose without props to complete my practice today. In your Shavasana pose that you have chosen, return your attention to your breath with deep belly inhales through the nose and slow, cooling exhales through the mouth. Now begin to release control of your breath and allow your body to breathe on its own. Allow your thoughts to drift away and experience the simple blessings of this moment as we may remain here for a while in the bliss of Shavasana or corpse pose. Return awareness to your breath and begin to introduce simple movements to the body, wiggling fingers and toes, circling wrists and ankles, and gently turning your head from side to side. Lift your knees and bring your feet to your mat. You may choose to hug your knees into your chest. And then make your way slowly and gently to a fetal position on either side, placing your hands or a cushion under your head if desired. Relax here for a few moments, feeling supported by the earth, and take a moment for gratitude. Thank yourself for attending to your self-care and putting in the effort to improve your well-being. Thank your body, your mind, and your emotions for supporting you in this endeavor. Give special thanks to your breath and your heartbeat for their tireless devotion to your existence. And give thanks to the higher power that sustains your survival. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Slowly lift up from your fetal pose and make your way to a seated position. From here, return back to your breath and notice the effects of your practice at this time. Bring your hands to heart center, bowing your head slightly, and notice the flow of energy through your body. I thank you for joining me today. It is a blessing and an honor to share this healing practice with you. When we say Namaste, we honor that divine spark in each of us. So let's inhale and exhale. Namaste.